Stonehill Park Limited, formerly Lothian Shell 718 Limited, acquired the site in September 2014. That is correct. They bought the site from Manston Skyport Limited.
Ah. The appellant, which is
Which was Lothian Shell 718 Limited, the company's name has been changed to Stonehill Park Limited. Did acquire the site from the previous owners, Manston Skyport Limited, in that month, September 2014.
So Lothian Shell, now Stonehill Park, acquired Manston Airport in September 2014.
Yes, that's correct.
With the aspiration, the rest of that sentence is correct.
Absolutely
with,
right.
With the aspiration, you comprehensively redevelop it.
Yeah, that's right. If you go back to 2.44, which is where you felt that there may be some confusion, on page 5. The site was bought by Manston Skyport Limited December 2013, and so on. I'm going to repeat that evidence. And the airport closed in May. That's true. It was closed by Manston Skyport
Right.
Limited.
Closed by Manston Skyport.
It was then 4 months later that Manston Skyport Limited sold the site to the company that was then called Lothian Shell 718 Limited. And you'll remember Mr. Carter and Mr. Musgrave were mentioned.
I did.
And they're the people with the controlling interest in the appellant company.
Indeed. But
yeah,
you did make submissions the other day, I can't remember whether it was Tuesday or Wednesday, to the effect that when the site was acquired by the appellants, they had every intention of keeping it open as an airport. That doesn't seem to be the case.
But if that's what I said, and I'll have to check, then that's wrong.
Well,
I was misusing the word appellant.
Do you remember?
Yes, my understanding is that goes to the point of the role of when Manston Scale is likely to purchase the site. There is an intention to operate it and whether or not potentially involved is to run it for a huge thing.
Well, I don't think there's any confusion that Manston Skyport intended to run it as an airport.
Well, that's in issue, to be fair to River Road. They say that there wasn't a genuine intention, and we say there was. We'll have to make submissions about that. But let me be quite clear. If I said that the appellants bought the site with the intention of running it as an airport, then that wasn't correct.
No, I don't want to accuse you of something.
Anyway, I may have put something.
I may have misunderstood you, but that is not the case.
That is not the case,
No.
and I'm sorry if that's what I said, because that's certainly never been my understanding. And I don't know when I said it.
Well, maybe you didn't say it, Mr. King.
All right, well, let's pretend I didn't. It's certainly not right.
Okay. Okay, so with the appellants that are now called Stonehill Park, formerly Lothian Shell, never intended to operate.
Correct.
Right. At an airport.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and can I just clarify one point? As I understand it, Anne Globe has shares in Lothian Shelf, although not a controlling interest. Is that right?
What I said earlier was that Anglo does not have a controlling interest in the appellant company. I don't know any more detail than that, and I'm not going to sit here and cross-examine.
No. I'm just seeking clarification. But also, I understand that there's a joint venture agreement between Manston Skyport and Lothian Shelf in terms of the promotion of a residential scheme on this site.
But again, I'm simply not going to be sitting here cross-examining that.
No. I mean, I was more interested just to ensure factually the situation. I was slightly confused by the proof of evidence, Mr. Alston, and I think that
Well, long as we cleared
you
it up.
cleared that up, which is extremely helpful of you, and I thank you for that.
All right, thank you, sir.
Right. So that you said you didn't want to do any re-examination. No. Right. Mr. Hornsby, anything you'd like to raise at this point? Okay. I mean, there's probably not a huge amount of point in prolonging proceedings today.
There's no point at all. I want to get on with my clothes.
Yes. So, just to confirm to everybody, we will be undertaking the site visit tomorrow morning, meeting at the former passenger terminal building. That's where we will meet at 9 o'clock. I did take a few names of people who wanted to attend. Are those people still here or not?
I won't be able to attend anymore, Gary Hamilton.
Ah, you won't be able to attend. Right. I mean, I understand from Mr. King that there's no objection to members of the public attending the visit. Right. So, yes.
I have had a phone call which is going to prevent me from attending in the morning. Rex Goodburn.
You had a phone call
Which will prevent me
Which will
from
prevent
taking
you.
site
So you won't be able to come,
return
no?
here later in the
No.
day.
what I'm keen to avoid is, you know, 4 or 5 people saying they are going to come and then we end up with 300 people or something like that. That's what, yes, sir.
I attended the place of Mr. Dunn.
Yes, sir, what's your name?
My name is Dr. John Pritchard.
Dr. John Pritchard. Mr. King, I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem, would it?
I don't imagine so. I mean, I assume Dr. Pritchard is an interested member of the public,
Yes,
which is fine.
thank you.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we could all convene tomorrow morning at the site at 9 o'clock, that would be very helpful. And we will do the site visit. As I said earlier this morning, the purpose of the visit is for me to observe the physical characteristics of the site. It's not for any submissions to be made or points in evidence or anything of that nature. So I won't hear any evidence at all on site. Any evidence is only going to be heard in this room. But if people, you know, want to point physical characteristics out, then that's all right. But there's no discussion of the merits of the case. The idea is to come back here at 11:30 to resume. Whether we will make it by then, I'm hoping we will. But if we don't, we'll try and get somebody to bring you through, as it were, and let you know that we're running late. Then we will need to discuss conditions when we get back. Hopefully that won't take too long. Obviously, I would like, if possible, the schedule that we've discussed, the Caxton's document 8. If that, I appreciate you haven't had a lot of time to finalise that, but as long as it's in before the end of the close of the inquiry, that's fine. Then we will hear closing submissions after that. I don't anticipate any further matters arising, hopefully.
Not for our part.
No. Any other? Okay. Well, all right. Unless there's anything else, I will adjourn the inquiry until tomorrow morning, 11:30 here. But